Hey, this is Dallas Connolly, and this is my voice. 1 year on testosterone. Oh my god, it's been a year. I can't believe that it has already been a year. That year really did fly by. I know that's like so cliche for trans guys to say, but yes, the year did really fly by. And I can't believe it's already been a year of taking tea and injecting a needle all by myself into my leg every other week for a year now. I cannot believe that. um, and yes, I've been injecting it by myself since my very first shot. The first few shots I had were supervised by a nurse at clinic, but I inserted every single shot and injected the tea into my leg by myself the entire time. I'm really proud of myself because I am not a fan of needles. Um, I'm so happy that I've been able to do it. And it wasn't always smooth sailing. And I still have issues sometimes with doing my shot. I get tea leakage sometimes, and I also bleed probably more than I should. But yeah, I'm so proud of myself for being able to inject tea by myself since the very beginning, and I'm really proud of myself. And my problems with bleeding have really decreased, and my problems with tea leakage have really decreased too. So I'm really proud of myself for being able to do it and not really have a freak out every time I do it as well. Like, I do have anxiety problems, and I'm able to do it surprisingly well since the start. So I'm just really happy. I was also worried about taking tea and getting scar tissue in my legs because before taking testosterone, anytime I got a shot or a vaccine, I would always end up getting a really hard lump underneath my skin for quite a long time. I was afraid that that was going to happen with taking tea, but so far it has not happened. Knock on wood there that it will continue to be okay. I do get soreness in my legs sometimes. Sometimes it'll last up to 5 days on occasion, but it's been nothing too bad and nothing too serious. So I'm really happy. I'm actually getting my T levels checked for the third time, I think, next week. My T levels actually are kind of low. My first two appointments where I got my T levels checked, they were a lot lower than they should be, and I think that was due to a lot of tea leakage. But I've switched the brand of tea I'm taking, and the tea that I'm now taking is double the concentration. So instead of 100 milligrams of tea per milliliter, it's 200 milligrams of tea per milliliter, and now I just take less. So I'm taking half of the amount of liquid in the needle than I was before. So my dose isn't doubled, it's still the same because I'm taking just now half of what I was taking before, and the theory behind that was taking less would reduce the leakage, and it has done that. So this will be my first tea level check since being on the new dosage and brand of tea. So I'm curious to see where my tea levels are right now. So hopefully they're higher. Yeah, and also other news is I should be getting top surgery on January 17th of 2019 with Dr. Murray in Winnipeg. Hope that, it's not canceled or anything. So I've been waiting a really, really long time. It kept getting pushed further and further and further back, and I hope it doesn't get pushed anymore back. So I'm really, really looking forward to getting that because I am so tired of having a large chest. I don't pass, really, because of it. And I don't bind, which I know a lot of people kind of, question me about that. Like, why don't you bind? Because you don't pass, so you should bind. But I've never once binded. Back in the day, back when I was, in school, I wore a bra, and I hated it. Just like a regular bra, and I couldn't take it. It hurt so bad. My chest was so big that just like a regular bra hurt very bad. And as soon as I graduated high school, I never wore a bra again, and except for very rare occasions. Um, and most of those occasions was when my mom made me. um, so I just a regular bra is too much for me. So binding I knew would hurt way too much. I couldn't take it, and binding isn't, it causes a lot of pain for most people, and it can literally cause damage to your ribs and your chest and screw up your ability to breathe, and I didn't want to go down that road either. So I'm just really looking forward for my double incision top surgery to occur. Yes, I'm nervous. Yes, I'm worried about recovering. I'm I'm definitely worried about that aspect of it, but I just want it done already. um yeah, I want it done like yesterday. Like, I just can't wait for it to be done. And yeah, so in my other videos, I talked about the changes that have happened since my 11th month on T video. No new changes have developed, but this is my year on T update, and I want to just talk about all the changes that I've had so far since starting T, and kind of like organize this video with um, my the first changes that I occurred to like the later changes that occurred for me. So in terms of changes that I've experienced since being on T, the very first change that I started to notice, and that was probably around the 2 week mark on testosterone, and I take my shot every other week, was bottom growth. That was probably the first thing that started to change, and that's very common for trans guys. That's usually like one of the first things that you'll notice is your clitoris starts to enlarge. So that was like the first thing that's changed for me. I would say around the 2 week mark too. The next thing that changed for me was my sex drive. It went up tremendously, and it continues to go up to this day. I don't know how much higher it could go up, really, but yeah, it's definitely there. It's way more than it used to be, and yeah, it's no lie, the whole horny male teenager thing. I'm definitely experiencing that. Sorry, that's a little TMI, but yeah, and then I would also say around the 2 week mark, I did start to notice my voice starting to change slightly at that point too. Um, Also, my appetite probably around the 2 week mark started to increase, and started to increase more and more and more as the months went on. And it's still growing, I think, to this point. Like, I am just so hungry all the time, and it's bad because I am fat as it is, and I've just been eating so much more because I just, like, I would try not to eat and ignore the hunger, but I just can't. Like, I just need to eat. I can't ignore it. And then, I don't know, like, I've gained, like, almost 40 pounds probably in the past year and a half. And, like, I think a lot of that has to do with being on testosterone. It doesn't help, too, that I'm also on this sleeping medication that causes weight gain, but I'm trying to get off of that medication now. I'm weaning myself off. Because yeah, I need to I need to control this appetite. It's a problem for me right now. I need to find a way to control the appetite. But usually, I hear a lot of trans guys say that their appetites, settles down around the 1 year to 2 year mark. So I hope that's the case. Cause yeah, right now I'm just so hungry constantly. No matter how much I eat, like, it's like I'm never satisfied. I would say my voice really took the first major drop around the 2 month mark. I remember looking back on my update videos from back then, and from my 1 month to my 2 month mark, I already, like, that was like the biggest drop. I still think that's the biggest drop that I've had so far, was from month 1 to 2. I could, like, in those early months, in the first like 3 or 4 months of being on T, when my voice would change, I could literally feel it in my vocal box. Like, I could feel it change. It was the weirdest sensation. I don't know how to describe it, but it felt so weird, and it would make my voice hoarse, and I'd have to, like, cough and, like, drink a lot more. My voice would get so just kind of dry and raw and sore for a few days, and then it would feel fine again. It was really strange, but um, yeah, so for me, taking tea, the biggest change I wanted was a voice drop. Like, I've been so dysphoric and uncomfortable with my voice forever. Like, I hated it. Like, it sounded so weird and feminine and high, and I hated it. And I really, really, really wanted tea to lower my voice to a male range. And according to an app that I have on my phone that a speech pathologist recommended to me, was my voice currently says that it's in the male range now, but when I ask people, like, to be honest with me, I'm like, do I sound like a male right now? Most of them are kind of like, well, maybe, kinda, sorta, I don't know, maybe, yeah. We'll just go with yes, because we know that that's what you want to hear. But usually I do not pass over the phone. I work in a call center. Most people still call me ma'am, and it drives me insane. And I don't correct them, at least not at this point. Maybe in the future I'll be ballsy enough to, like, correct them, but at this point I don't bother. But yeah, um, my voice has definitely, dropped since being on T, obviously, but like, it's impossible for your voice not to drop being on T. Everyone gets a vocal drop. Just how much it's gonna change just totally depends. It's different for everyone, and the rate of change is different for everyone. Yes, I'm a year on T, and a lot of guys, their vocal drop is done after 1 year, but for a lot of guys, it's not. Sometimes it takes 5 years. And personally, I hope I'm in that bracket where it does, continue to drop past the year mark, because I am not satisfied with where my voice is at right now. Don't think it sounds manly enough, nearly manly enough is what I was hoping for at this point, to be honest with you. So I'm really hoping I'm kind of like a late developer and that my voice continues to drop over time. I hope that I'm one of those situations where my voice continues to drop after the year mark and that it doesn't stall. But personally, I haven't noticed a voice change since about my 8 month on T. But I really, really hope it continues to drop. And in terms of other changes, body hair started to increase probably around the 1-2 month mark. It first started to get more on my lower legs and my lower abdomen. And then it just continued to kind of grow upward, like past my knee onto my upper legs. Never had hair above my knee before T, and now I have lots of hair there. It continues to get more and more each month. I'm getting a lot more hair on my abdomen as the months go on. I'm starting to get chest hair the past few months. Not a lot, but it's starting to develop. I'm getting a lot of back hair. Unfortunately, I did not want back hair, but I'm not surprised I'm getting it. My dad has back hair, so I figured I would get that. Even got hair in places I wish I didn't have hair. Let's just leave it at that. A lot of people are like, because I pretty much always wear t-shirts, and people see my arms, and they're like, oh, hey, like, I see a lot of hair on your arms these days. Is that from testosterone? And I'm like, no, I have always had hairy arms. And testosterone actually barely caused any more hair growth on my arms. I think the hair might be darker. I think that's why people are mentioning it. But I haven't really grown any more hair on my arms than what I had priorly. Most of the new hair growth for me is on my back, chest, stomach, and upper legs. That's where, like, the new hair is developed. I started to get facial hair, I would say probably around month 4. It started on my mustache, and then I shaved it, and then ever since then, my mustache grows back super slow. Like, I don't know why. And most of it is blonde still for my mustache. And then around months 5 and 6, I started to get sideburns and some whiskers pop up like right in this area. And then as the months went on, the sideburns started to get a little further down and a little darker. And like I started to get a lot more hair in this area right here. Right now, you're not going to see any hair because A, this camera is too crappy to see that, and B, I actually just shaved a couple hours ago, so yeah, I don't have any facial hair right now. But yeah, it's starting to come in slowly. It's by no means am I anywhere near a full beard. It doesn't connect like all the way around yet. It's this area here is just a couple of wispy hairs on each side. Most of it is like about here, and then a patch here, and a few random hairs on the chin area, and a very, very faint mustache that has some black hair, but mainly blonde hair. My eyebrows haven't gotten bushier, and I don't mind that actually. Like, I always liked my eyebrows. I was always really comfortable with my eyebrows. So I'm actually kind of happy that they're not bushier. The only difference is I have some more hairs. I don't have a unibrow, but I do have a few dark hairs more than I did pre-T that I do shave off here. Um, Other things in terms of hair, my hair has been thinning. I don't really know what month that started at. My hair started to thin way before I took T anyway. Like early 20s, my hair started to thin and get gray. And being on T, my hair has thinned out even more. It hasn't really receded much, very little, but it is thinning a lot. And my biggest worry about being on T was going bald. I haven't gone bald yet, and I hope I don't, but it's probable because on my dad's side of the family, literally almost all the men are bald. So, but on my mom's side of the family, on the other hand, not too many guys are bald. So, I don't know which way it's gonna go, but personally, my hair is thinning a lot, and I'm kind of feeling like, might happen. I'd be okay with a widow's peak, but I really hope I don't go bald. I really don't. Um, I did, though, get my first buzz cut ever on the top of my head recently. Went to a barber, got my head buzz cutted, and I think it looks pretty good. I was a little worried, but ever since I came out as trans, I always wanted to get just like a simple, complete buzz cut. And I finally had the courage to do it a couple of weeks ago, and I think it looks pretty good. Sorry, got off track there for a second. But in terms of other changes, I would say also early on in the first couple of months, my smell started to change, like body smell, and that's very normal. That happens for most guys early on. So I use male deodorant every single day, like really strong deodorant. I do sweat more too, so I do make sure to buy like really strong kind of like deodorant for like sports kind of thing, even though I don't play sports. But I'm fat and I'm heavy and I sweat a lot. Yeah, in terms of other changes, I don't think my facial shape has changed other than get fatter because I've gained weight. Like a lot of guys when they go on T, like their face will change, but this is usually like if you're skinnier. If you're skinnier, then you can notice the change in your face. Like you could get like the more square, angular features of a typical male. But my face is just this fat blob, so like, like like I can't see changes in that. The only thing I can see change on my face is my nose has gotten bigger, which is typical for trans guys on T. Your nose will get bigger, which is annoying because my nose was already big to begin with. But I don't mind it. It doesn't look too bad. Other changes to your skin, yeah, gets a lot more oilier. You get acne, just like puberty. Like being on T for the first few years is basically like going through male puberty. And what happens during puberty for both men and women? Yeah, you get acne. Right now, my face actually isn't that bad. I've been blessed so far, and I haven't really had a severe acne on my face yet. Like, sometimes I'll get like 5 to 6 zits at a time, and that to me is like a breakout. What's really been bothering what's really been bothering me though, in terms of acne, is I get it on my my chest and my back and my upper arms. Like right now, that's where I've really broken out, and to me that's better because no one's seen that at least. So I'd rather have it there than on my face. So I consider myself lucky in that sense. And yeah, other changes. Uh, I haven't noticed body fat distribution changes yet, but again, that's really hard to tell when you're heavy, and I'm very heavy, so like I can't tell if my hips have shrunken or anything, or if my shoulders are wider. Like I can't tell that, or my neck is thicker. Like I can't tell because I'm heavy, so I don't know about those changes. I really don't know. Like and in terms of like being on T, like you can build muscle way quicker. But I haven't been working out. Like I haven't been doing weights, and when I do work out, it's all cardio. So I don't know. Like I would like like after I get top surgery and I'm healed from top surgery, I want to work out really bad. Like I really do want to lose weight. Like I know I'm never gonna be like ripped and athletic looking, like thin and hot and all that stuff. Sure, I would love that, but I don't have like the motivation to do that. Like the big thing for me, it's not so much the working out that I don't have the motivation for. It's like the diet, to be honest with you. And I haven't seen a dietitian lately, and I'm trying to improve my diet, but it is a long way to go. And I really don't think I'm ever gonna make it to the point where I am eating super healthy and eating the right kind of things that's gonna make me like this ripped dude. I don't think that's never gonna happen. But I would like to lose weight for sure. I would like bottom surgery in the future. Like by that I mean genital reconstruction surgery. And in order to have that, you need to be, closer to an ideal BMI, which I am nowhere near. So if I ever want that surgery, unless the requirements for the surgery change or something and they're okay with doing it on a heavier person, um I'm going to have to lose a lot of weight. And so this is my goal. Like I have this in the back of my head that yes, like in order for me to get that kind of surgery, I am going to have to lose a lot of weight. So I am motivated. Like I have a motivation and a reason to lose weight. But for me it's the diet. So I really hope that I can just get my crap together and do this. But it's kind of like one thing at a time right now with me. Right now, my main focus is getting the top surgery done and healed from that. Yeah, and in terms of other changes, really haven't noticed any other, physical changes. Mentally, it's, this year's been a big year for me mentally. I've been going to I have a social worker. Hey, sorry, my video died. But anyway, my mental status, it's changed a bit in this past year because I did a lot of therapy this year to try to improve my mental health, so it has improved. I know a lot of guys on trans guys who start T say that their confidence goes up. I haven't really found that yet, but I never really had confidence ever in my life. I've always had low confidence, low self-esteem, so I still deal with that, but I think I'm starting to transition socially, which is really cool. I feel more comfortable around people and more comfortable around guys and girls, and I feel like a lot of my friendships have gotten stronger since I've come out, which is great. Um, Not with my family, though, unfortunately, not with my parents, but um, with a lot of my friends, it has gotten better. Um, and yeah, I don't really have anything else to kind of update people on in this video. I'm sorry this video is really long, but I wanted to talk about a lot of different things in this video because it has been a year since I've been on T. Probably won't do another update video until one year and 3 months of being on T because the changes are gonna slow down now, probably. So I'm not gonna do a monthly update, and I'm gonna end this video with my voice montage from pre-T to 1 year on T, and I hope you enjoy it. And I hope you sat through this entire video. If not, oh well, you're lost, I guess. But anyway, peace out for now. Hi, my name is Dallas Connolly, and It is November 29th, 2017, and this is me pre-tea. Hey, this is Dallas Connolly, and this is my voice 1 month on tea. Hey, this is Dallas Connolly, and this is my voice 2 months on testosterone. Hey, this is Dallas Connolly, and this is my voice 3 months on testosterone. Hey, this is Dallas Connolly, and this is my voice 4 months on testosterone. Hey, this is Dallas Connolly, and this is my voice 6 months on testosterone. Hey, this is Dallas Connolly, and this is my voice 7 months on testosterone. Hey, this is Dallas Connolly, and this is my voice 8 months on testosterone. Hey, this is Dallas Connolly, and this is my voice 9 months on testosterone. Hey, this is Dallas Connolly, and this is my voice 10 months on testosterone. Hey, this is Dallas Connolly, and this is my voice 11 months on testosterone. Hey, this is Dallas Connolly, and this is my voice 1 year on testosterone.